Hey, my lovelies, Beltane blessings, and welcome to the 1st of May. I'm just coming on to do May's monthly guidance reading. So for those that may not be familiar with Beltane, Beltane is a pagan festival. It's a fire festival, and it's always sort of celebrated on the 1st of May. And it's just a great time to basically welcome the energies of love, fertility. It's actually in times of old. This would have been when people would have celebrated the return of the sun, and it would be the official first beginning stages of summer in times of old. Doesn't really feel like it at the moment with all the rain that we've been having, but lots of pagans and magical folk will still be honouring and celebrating the energy of Beltane today, I'm sure. I'll be doing a little personal ritual of some kind just to honour for the earth later on today. So that's going to be really cool. But let's see what's happening for May. Let's see where the energies are taking us. So as ever, I'm going to work with Tarot of the Old Path, rather fitting with obviously the Beltane time. So we'll do our opportunities, any obstacles and any lessons coming in for the May time period. And then we'll follow through with a conclusion card from my own deck, which is the Wizard Within Oracle. So we'll see what that has to sort of tell us, what that has to say as a conclusion. And hopefully this will all make a little bit of sense. So these are the cards. Let's give them a knock. Let's give them a shuffle. Let's see where the energies are taking us. Oops. So just channeling these for the highest of good. Let's have a little look and see what's going on and what's happening. Okay. This year has been so strange and a little bit interesting. So when the cards are coming up, I'm always a bit like, where's this taking us? What have we got going on? What's happening here? But I actually think I see some of this is actually quite positive. I actually think it is quite positive. Okay, there's an interesting theme here coming in. Okay, fair enough. So let's have a little look at this and see if we can make sense. So for our opportunities, now don't panic with this first card, guys, because I think I get why it's coming in where it's coming in. We've got the Eight of Swords. Now, Eight of Swords as a rule is a card of feeling restricted, it's feeling trapped, it's feeling binded, which is obviously quite negative. I do understand that. But because this is coming in as opportunities, I think this is a very powerful time with May to sort of set ourselves free from any restrictions. So if we have felt trapped, if we have felt restricted, if that's something physically going on around us, like a physical experience or circumstance or situation, or if it's something that we're feeding into with our own thoughts and feelings, because this is coming in as opportunities, I think we're really being encouraged to cut the ties that bind us. So actually, even though we might feel like we're sort of, circled in and can't get out, there's no restriction on him. He hasn't got any sort of ropes around him. He's actually a free person. He's just sometimes sort of choosing to feed into that lesser energy or that negative energy because he feels stuck in his headspace and his thoughts, because the swords always represent our mental thoughts and feelings. So again, it's almost like shifting your focus. It's shifting out of that suppressive, heavy energy. Are we really trapped, or are we using that as a bit of an excuse to maybe stay stuck? But often we might feel we're restricted, but actually we're not. And I really think that's what this card is suggesting. So when it's coming in as opportunities, it's literally the month to set ourselves free. If we feel like we've been battling or up against hardships or heaviness or just quite a lot of repetitive energy, I think it's breaking that cycle, it's breaking it off. And I really feel it is doing that, actually, because it makes sense with the card that comes in next. So we're going into any obstacles. We've got Mastery. Now, Mastery is the same as the Chariot in conventional tarot, and the wheels of the chariot spin quite fast. So these horses are actually wanting to sort of carry the chariot forward. And so basically, when this is coming in as like our obstacles card. We have a choice basically here. We can choose to stay stuck. We can choose to sort of not move. It's almost like when we're in a physical car, we can either choose to move the engine on and it can take us on our destination, or we're literally making a choice to just stay in the car and sort of huff and puff about things. So this is basically saying, don't kind of give in to that sort of fear, don't give in to that lesser energy. Turn the engine on, turn the ignition on, move the car, start traveling. So this is actually saying you don't have to stay stuck here, even though you might feel kind of blocked, or you might feel quite restricted, and you might feel like there are obstacles in your way. Again, similar message, they actually are not necessarily there, or they're not necessarily as heavy or as problematic as we first feel. We just got to put the key in the ignition, turn it on, and the wheels of the chariot or mastery can spin quite fast, and it can take us forward, because these horses are raring to go. And I almost feel very strongly like these represent the elements, the fire, the air, the earth, the water. So you're really being encouraged to work with the natural elements, the natural land, the natural magic that's around you at the moment. So it might well be that you are going to have to ground and anchor and go out into Mother Earth a bit more throughout May time, just to sort of feel your own energy being cleared, cleansed, and sort of reset. But it's okay to do that, definitely. And our lessons. So we got the juggling. Two of Pentacles is coming in. So Two of Pentacles can connect us to a monetary space, because Pentacles do relate to sort of money at times, and wealth and everything else. But also this is just sometimes juggling the demands of life. And I really do feel like if you felt like things have been heavy or restrictive, maybe some of you have had some vulnerabilities around money, it's just juggling things, and it's getting things to an even keel, an even space where they can become a bit more balanced, they can become a bit more stable for you. I always see like the Two of Pentacles, if we have been juggling and if things have been a little bit like we're on a tightrope and we've got to be very careful and very cautious, being able to actually master that and overcome that so we can keep our balance, we can keep our footing. So the lesson is, by staying true to yourself, by staying in your power and not be kind of, you know, feeling overwhelmed by all of this stuff and all of this, you maintain that balance, you maintain that law and order. I also feel Spirit is saying very much for May time, it's a month to really embrace the heart energy, really embrace the heart chakra. I feel it's a really important time to be kind, to be gentle, to be easy on yourself. So with all the things that maybe are happening, all the experiences that you're going through, give yourself permission to celebrate, give yourself permission to see your successes. You're still on this tightrope and you might feel like you're sometimes hanging on by a thread, but you're in control. You are literally mastering the energies of this to stay kind of, you know, upright, to stay centered, to stay in control of the experiences. So it does feel like maybe some of us are going to be still going through this space of vulnerability, but I suppose it's remembering your power and give yourself permission to celebrate your wins, your achievements, your victories, however small they might be. Celebrate them, because they will kind of open up and allow for bigger wins, bigger victories to kind of come forward. So I hope that makes a bit of sense. We're still in that fragile energy, but I do feel we're moving forward. But I'm really pleased that this is coming in for our opportunities, because this is almost like Spirit is saying this is becoming a choice, and it's a case of choose better. Okay, you don't have to accept this. Choose better. So let's see what my lovely wizard within Oracle has to say for an overall theme or an overall conclusion for the May time. So channeling these for the highest of good. Let's just have a look, see what's happening, see what's going on. Oh, interesting. The Wise Wizard is coming in. Okay, so the Wise Wizard is all about knowledge, awareness, and wisdom. So it's basically what I'm going to pull that in close so you can see that, because these cards are so detailed. There's like so much going on here. They're beautiful cards. I absolutely love. I'm still so proud of this deck. It's just so cool. So it's got here like love, life, truths. And it's being honest, it's being real with yourself. So I think throughout May time, there is going to be maybe some heightened awareness for some of us. I think some of us are just really going into like a higher spiritual kind of consciousness at the moment, and this is like feeding into the whys. So it's doing the things that sort of, you know, serve and work for you and add value and give you a really positive sort of you know, way forward, a positive way of life. But if you know there are things that you're tolerating, if you know that there are people that are no good for you, circumstances or situations that you find yourself in, again, like we said with this card, you know, do better, be better, give yourself permission to have better. So if there are people that are not good for your mental health or your general well-being, get rid of them. If there are experiences that you're invited to or asked to be part of and you don't want to go to them because you know they're not going to add purpose or value, decline politely, decline those invitations. So the wise wizard is all about kind of putting your energy, your ascension into what you want to be doing, where you want to be, how you want to be living your life. So it can feel quite solitary as well. So May time is definitely about cherry picking. And again, it's that whole thing of what we think we attract, and in return, it creates our physical reality. So being very conscious of where we're choosing to feed our thoughts, our feelings. And that's a bit like with the mastery. You know, we can choose to just stay still in the car, or we can choose to move forward. So there's all this similar theme going on. And with this sort of dragon at the top, I sort of feel with the wingspan of the dragon, it's like setting ourselves free, you know? So an interesting one. So I hope you can make sense of the message for May time. I'm going to leave those cards with you. Have a beautiful Beltane, whatever you're getting up to. I just want to say a huge thank you to everybody that continues to support my work, whether it be via Zoom or Facebook video chat, coming to the fairs, and the sort of private one-to-one readings that I do at the various shops and locations. For those lovelies that are really supporting and getting involved in my tour, thank you so much. It just does mean the world, you know, that your love, your support allows me to continue doing the work that I do, and essentially sort of being that ambassador for spirit and serving for spirit. So thank you so much. So have a beautiful May time, look after yourselves, and I will enjoy seeing some of you lovelies as and when very soon. You take care, love and blessings. Bye for now.